brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get, how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies: can you protect the ball on offense, and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. Off we go from Vegas. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple of years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Smith. Metcalf left side, he's got him. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Seattle.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the...
Antonio Pierce objecting to that previous call, and out comes the red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. First and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9. Smith, quick one to Metcalf. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Don't let this guy's laid-back personality fool you, Mike. He is a tremendous presence to have in your quarterback room. Not only does he have the ability to manage the game at a high level, but your team has a legitimate chance to beat anyone in the league whenever he's under center. Now, I don't know if I'd classify him as a long-term solution, but he's certainly someone every franchise they would love to have.
They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. They'll stick with Madison. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
On play action, here's Minshew. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. Third down coming up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Madison. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Straight ahead, here's Madison. Ho-ho! Call it a gain of 13. First down, Vegas.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Jalen Darden now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
The backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. They'll motion over Metcalf. From the gun, it's Gino. Metcalf hauls in that one. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Well, Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A pickup there of 28 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. That's caught left side by Bowers. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Minshew going to look to throw again. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Powering forward. He's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Raiders.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good, and the Raiders are out to a 10-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return is Darden. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Walker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. That's oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
They're called in at the 2. And he's in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the 1st quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 10-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Minshew gonna look to throw. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Michael Mayer. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Open man. That's Trey Tucker. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 2nd down, here comes Madison. Down the sideline, inside the 25. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. Uh-oh. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Back is Minshew. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. They look to throw it with Minshew. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Raiders are going to extend their 1st quarter lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this 1st quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Up the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play for Seattle. 33 yards.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. On the ground, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
A pickup of 2 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
From the shotgun, Smith connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's Walker. And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Myers now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Seahawks move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. Over the middle, That's the tight end, Bowers. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Raider first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
On first down, a run with Madison. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
2. They'll go here with Madison. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
They'll stick with Madison. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the bootleg, it's Minshew. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's in! Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will open up a 6-point lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return is Darden. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The tight end Fant in motion. Play action now. It's Gino. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike. It had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Walker. And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Smith. A ball deep for the end zone. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Minshew. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, Abdullah. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep is Jalen Darden. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. On 2nd down, Smith. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Now a give to Walker, running right. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Walker. Taking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll try and get there on the ground. Gino's been around, knows how to slide and get out of harm's way after picking up the 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Gino. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Here's a designed run. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back is Smith. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On third down, they go with Walker. The Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now, Gino. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
From the pistol, Smith. That is caught. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try and run with Charbonnet. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Now the point after try from Myers. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will go up by a point here in the 2nd quarter. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Laube now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw, Minshew. This one into the hands of Marshall. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Now another try at 1st and goal, albeit from a little further back. Minshew out of the pistol here. It is brought in the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will open up a 6-point lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He fields it at the 8. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Metcalf makes the grab again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Gino now on 1st and 10. He's got it at about the 8. The Seahawks have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Seattle.
It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Seattle will use the final timeout. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This about as short as you can get. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. He's going to air this one out. It's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our halftime report. It was a strong first half for the well-traveled quarterback, Gardner Minshew. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Laube now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. He gets this one to Tucker. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
To the air on third down, it's Minshew. He completes it to Marshall. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's to the right side and caught by Bowers.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion is Myers. Here's Abdullah. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
In motion is Myers. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Again, it's Madison. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. That's caught by Abdullah. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Vegas.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Off the bootleg, it's Minshew. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Marshall is on the move. From the gun, here's Minshew. That one knocked away and incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. That's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
A 38-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Raiders will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return is Darden. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Smith, RPO, and that's locked it. And now flags fly as a gain of about 4 could be negated. On 2nd down, Smith. Quick one to Smith and Jigba. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Strong. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the give, this is Madison. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In motion is Myers. He'll try and throw with Minshew. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They go play action with Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Smith to throw on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Gino. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Off the play fake. Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
The tight end Fant in motion. A 2nd down throw for Smith. That is brought in at the 10. He is in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd.
Raiders 30.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Laube now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
They'll stick with Madison. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw, Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Back is Minshew. They'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Minshew. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 36 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. They'll go with him again. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
They look to throw it with Minshew. And he'll take it on in. Tucker, touchdown Raiders. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's a run with Abdullah. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Darden. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. They run with Walker. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
A gain of 5 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
Here's a handoff to Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. A shotgun run now with Walker. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. We'll try and run it with Walker. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside, defense. That penalty is declined.
And the Seahawks with another big moment. They'll try to add the two-point conversion here. They'll run with Walker. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
So you give up a touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on the two-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8 than there is giving up 6.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Laube now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the draw, here's Madison. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Madison gets it from the pistol. And this is going to be a Raiders first down. The tackle's made at about the 38-yard line. On first down, a run with Madison. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
7. To the right side, here's Madison. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll go. It's Madison. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Throwing is Minshew. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A run on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Vegas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Marshall is on the move. A run here with Abdullah. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
This is why film study is so important, Mike. It feels to me like the defense recognized that formation from during the week in practice. They knew exactly what was coming, and what's a critical play on that 2-point try? Defense is able to get a stop.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Darden. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. On the bootleg, it's Smith. He'll get this out to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Here's Walker. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
He was picked at the 46-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Once again, it's Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. Now Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. Gino going to throw for it. Incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Again, it's Madison. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
A.J. Cole in punt formation.
So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from Vegas. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a...
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff. And with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder. And, man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Robert Spillane spills him there. Third and long. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. as long as he is calculated with those risks. I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And you'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Rayshawn Jenkins this time on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Minshew. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. On play action, here's Minshew. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Big Leonard Williams that time forces his way in for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 35. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. To throw is Smith. He'll try to hit him with a screen. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Abdullah now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Raiders offense ready for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
From the gun, here's Minshew. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the give, this is Madison. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with Madison. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
46-yard line. On gain of 2, takes it 3rd down and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw, Minshew. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Smith. That's complete. It's Metcalf. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the 1st quarter.
Near the sideline and caught by Metcalf. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Here's 2nd and 6. The tight end Fant in motion. On 2nd down, Walker. He'll work forward for a couple. Divine Diablo there to make the play. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Gino. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, it's Smith. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. That is caught by the tight end. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks are out to a 10-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Laube now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. They'll run Abdullah, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here comes Madison. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, 3 to go. Man in motion here is Tucker. He'll try and throw with Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. On play action, Smith. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Shotgun run now with Walker. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3 and out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
The run up the middle, it's Walker, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
2 first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. They run with Walker. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Walker. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 7. And the Seahawks 1st down.
The tight end Fant in motion. On 1st down is Smith. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks move further out in front. It is now 17-0. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Abdullah now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. He'll manage only a couple. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
One quarter in the books. 17-0, the early score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On the ground, it's Madison. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses, the ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Madison. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Minshew. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Marshall is on the move. He'll get this out wide. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's not going to get away.